Today's the big day. We're on our way into Chagaramas, so whole Liger out for the hurricane season. This year Liger is being hauled out using a travel lift, our second time using this system. We needed to drive into a slip with the fenders down, throw ropes, and then the rest is in the hands of the shipyard, Peake Yacht Services.
That's 2 metres off the closest buoy here.
It was only around 9 AM and we were already the second boat of the day to be lifted. While the first one was being pressure washed in the travel lift slings, we drove into the slip where the Peake team were already waiting. We're in the slip, safe and sound. Really high dock, a crazy high dock because of the tide, I guess. Our fenders are just high enough, but we're going to be here for a little bit because they're still pressure washing the boat in front of us. So we've got to deal with the tender though, because we're not going to lift the boat with the tender on the back. The travel lift at Peake Yacht Services is rated to 150 tonnes, more than enough to handle our boat. It lifts using 2 straps that are carefully positioned on the strongest points of the hull, avoiding the keels, props and underwater fittings. Unlike the shipyard in Italy, Peake actually have a man in the water who jumps in and checks to ensure that everything below the waterline is in the exact right place. There is something extremely unnerving about watching your entire home be lifted into the air. While you logically know that the team have got it in hand, and you do trust them to get the job done, it's still almost like you stop breathing when the boat leaves the water and start again when it's safely put down on land. Keels out.
Bum leg.
You're limping like a true pirate today.
And I'll get a headache about
good function.
I can have a holiday. I'm like a couple of hours of being able to fucking relax. Beautiful.
From zero. You just put this onto it?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah. We only launched last season.
Oh.
Not here, and not this. Yeah. And then down here.
Despite only cleaning it twice during the season, Liger's hull looked pretty good when it came out, but we still had it pressure sprayed. This action knocks off all the growth, which is much easier to do when the hull is wet, and it means no stinky smells as the bottom of the hull starts to dry out. Depending on the type of boat, some are taken through the Peake Yard on the travel lift, while others are transferred onto a trailer and driven with that. Due to the design and the construction of the Leopard 45, which we know a huge amount about thanks to the severe defects and years of warranty we've been through,
our boat had to stay in the lift, so that was used to transport us through the yard to our final destination. When you're hauled out, your boat goes to a certain part of the shipyard, depending on things like how long you'll be there, the work you plan to do, and the length and beam of the vessel. Our resting spot is actually an area that was reopened for boat storage last year after the proximity and impact of Hurricane Beryl caused a surge of interest in Trinidad as a haul out location.
Yeah.
There's 2 heads, sir. Take on the hard one in the back and just put it 2 heads. Don't compress. Back up. Take on this hand. Careful now. Stand up a little bit. Take it on the top.
It is 20 to 12 and Liger is officially on the hard stand. So now the rest of the work starts getting her ready to just sit here. So it's going to be a busy day. Do fly wire, we've got to do a bunch of stuff. Flush things, wash things, but we are safely on the hard stand and that feels good. Knowing that we were coming back this time and that we should just be really left alone, we're not going to have 8 tradesmen from Leopard barging around all the time. We tried to think of things that are going to make life on the hard stand more comfortable. One of the things is that the mosquitoes were a huge problem last time. So while we were up the islands, we bought a whole lot of fly screen. And again, because the amount of people around the boat is going to be far, far less, it's probably just going to be us most of the time. We are going to enclose this entire back section, put a magnetic door in it, and that should hopefully make this a more protected workspace as well for when Tanan's doing his work and when I'm doing my sewing and just for Rose in general. So yeah, it should be good, but for now I've got to actually put the door in it. That corner got a little bit funny, but this is a really big thing to sew with a normal sewing machine. So I'm actually pretty happy. We've been hauled out for a few days now and we've really just been working on the logistics of being back on the hard stand. Transport, access, power, water. It's been hindered though by the rain. There has been so much rain over the past few weeks and so much flooding just across Trinidad that's kind of hampered things. But you know, we're still chugging away at it, so I'll show you kind of what we've been up to. First things first is the stairs. So when we got to Peake, they let us know they actually didn't have any staircases left, so it was just that ladder. And having Rose aboard, we were using a doggy climbing harness and a rope to lift her up and down, and she wasn't super impressed with that. But power boats, the yard we were in last year, we were able to work something out with them, and they've kindly lent us these stairs for the hurricane season. So that is greatly appreciated. It's made everything so much easier, especially for Rose. She's very happy to be back, and she's already getting recognised by everyone who knows her, but you know, that's been brilliant. Then for transport, we have our mighty stallion here, the Toyota Aqua. It's like a Prius. So this actually belongs to a friend of ours, and we're just borrowing it off him, which again, greatly appreciated. It's making life so much easier to be able to have our own transport. And then Trent is just over there sorting out our water hookup at the moment, because we are a lot further from the tap than previously, so we've needed extra hoses. Yes, you do need to do that. We're almost out of water.
Water, mate!
Water!
Good girl.
Hey, good girl, take him the rag. Yeah, good job.
So just get it down there.
I'm glad we got the net. You're having a scenic shower today. I thought I'll show you around the yard. That is going to be our home for the next 6 or so months, except for the periods of time where we go off on some other adventures, which I am so excited for. Along this stretch here, we've got a bunch of shops, including the chandlery. You can see here, that's their courtesy bus, which takes cruisers to go grocery shopping and stuff for free. And then on the back side, there's some bathrooms, and there's also some workshops. And sort of surrounding it, as you can see, is just lots of boat storage. So as we go further ahead, the road actually splits, and you go left or right. So go right first, because I want to show you the other set of workshop buildings, and then we'll go down towards the front, where friends of ours are actually getting hauled out today. Along this row of buildings, we have a whole lot of different marine services, you know, refrigeration, electrical, canvas making, machining. There's businesses on this side of the building and on the other side too. The one that we've used before is these guys up here, which is the local Vectron office. So they've changed their name. They're now Marine. When we were last year, they were operating under Temprite, but now they're really building themselves, and it's going to be Evolve Marine and Energy. So they helped us solve problems that have been going on for a long time, which, as anyone who's familiar with our warranty saga would expect, it was complicated, difficult, but they helped us find a resolution to it. There's still more they have to do on the boat, which will get dealt with this hurricane season, so we'll be seeing more of them around. We'll do a lap around the building and then head back down towards the front, which is where things like the office, the restaurant, the lift out, all that is. This is actually the 4th shipyard that our boat has been hauled out with. And like power boats next door, you can tell these places are set up to cater for people like us who live on their boats full time and are looking to live and work in the yard. So behind me here is their main office block at Peake. It's got a laundromat, it's got hotel rooms you can hire, the office is upstairs, it's got a restaurant. So you really have a lot of the things that you need to make your stay not bearable, but actually comfortable. Okay? Italy was barely bearable. Here it's much nicer. So I'm going to take you around the front and show you what the front looks like. And then not long after that, our friends should be pulling in. So that just gives you a super quick tour of the yard that we're going to be living in for the next 6 months. You know, I know there's still other things I didn't show you, like there's a barbecue we can use, there's a kids playground, but it just gives you a good insight into where we are, what kind of things we have access to, and I think that we will be in good stead to get what we need to get done on Lica finished before we relaunch at the end of the season.